Welcome back to the Talk of Louisville. I'm Mike Mulroney.
I'm Kellye Duckworth.
Big weekend?
Yes. Eventful.
Yeah.
I will say eventful.
Yeah, we won't cover what happened on there, but it was unbelievable, and luckily everybody's okay.
Oh, man. It's never a dull weekend with us.
Drinking wasn't involved, though. I'll just say that. Well, there was, but nothing with what happened. We'll tell y'all what happened later.
Okay.
It was absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
So anyway.
But no.
All right. Our sponsors. Not really a sponsor, but we got an event coming up January 10th. So we're getting the word out. The reason why we're doing it now is because the tickets are for sale ASAP, and we probably should have changed that website. You can go to shirleysway.org, but to get tickets for our Cabo Wabo party, CaboWaboLouisville.com. Get your tickets. There's a handful of VIP tables left. So if
they're already buying them.
I know. They went pretty. We launched it last week, and they went pretty crazy.
We're going to get a text on January 9th saying, is there any VIP tables left?
And that always happens. It always happens. So we squeezed as many as we can at Melwood. It's at Melwood Arts Center, the largest room. I can't remember the name of the room. It's the first one on the right.
I don't remember.
I can't remember, but it's a blast. 3 amazing bands, Friday Night Special, Soul Circus, and the Juice Box Heroes. Probably 3 of the most talented bands in Louisville as far as parties go. They're very good with crowds. So check it out, CaboWaboLouisville.com. Get your tickets, get your VIP, and if you'd like to sponsor, please reach out to us. We'd love to have you. All right, today we have. I hate to call you Dee Dee because your title says doctor. So I like I said, I always try to be respectful. Dee Dee Williams and Dave Thomas with Elevate Louisville. How you all doing?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to be here.
You know, Dave and I met a while back. We had lunch downtown, and I'd love to talk to you about your story one day. That's very intriguing. Maybe you want to talk about it. I don't know, of why you got involved in Elevate Louisville. But we'd love to hear more about Elevate. I know y'all are in some schools. We've kind of talked about that before. So what is the mission of Elevate?
All right. So the mission of Elevate is...
You're the executive director, is that correct?
Executive director.
All right.
And so...
The big cheese.
The real big cheese. I am all things. So I'll give you, I guess, the written version, but then just kind of say, so Elevate's mission is to build long-term, life-changing relationships with youth, equipping them to thrive and contribute to their communities.
That sounds amazing. And I will say, are the school systems not doing that?
They are.
To a certain point?
Well, no, I mean, I say they are. I mean, I think that's why Elevate is there, because it's the part of our goal and our role is to be there to support not only the schools, but the students through a partnership with the school. And I say they do that, but I mean, as a person who has a school counseling background and certification and has worked as an employee within the school district, you're just sometimes just one person and many students. So, they do the best that they can, just being them.
The school system, teachers can only do so much. Right?
Exactly.
And that's the reason why I asked that, because you all are an arm or an extension of the education system. Yes, is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah. And Elevate's motto is no one gets there alone. Yeah. And so part of that is not just Elevate, all the things that we do. We're able to have that success through our collaborative partners, through our community organization, through our donors, our sponsors, the schools, the parents, the administration, the teachers, the cafeteria workers, the janitorial staff. And so it's not Elevate and the school, it's us working together. And I think that's just what we do. So
how does that work? I think you all are in 1 or 2 schools. I mean, do you all find a school that are wanting to partner with you all, and you build kind of some staff or volunteers around being on site at the school? Is that how that works?
Yeah. So when Elevate Louisville launched, so we are an affiliate model of Elevate USA, which is actually based in Denver, Colorado. And so there are actually 22 affiliates nationwide. In like Orlando is probably one of the largest. Yes. I think they're in like 13 or 15 schools. Yes. They're in a lot of schools. Yeah. And so you launch by just finding a school that wants to partner. We typically, look for, if you want to say urban areas, and our high school in an urban area. And so we find a school that's interested in partnering. We let them know what we are about. And so right now we are at the Academy at Shawnee. And actually Thursday, we're excited that we will be starting in King Elementary.
Nice.
Wow.
And so we look for that long-term relationship comes through looking at a high school and then building a pipeline of a feeder school. Mm-hmm. So if you think about the Academy at Shawnee, King Elementary is right around the corner. So and I actually went to King Elementary. It's an awesome school. I love King. And so it's literally like a 10-minute walk.
Right.
And so because the academy at Shawnee is actually 6 through 12, typically you would look for a feeder middle school.
I didn't know they were 6 through 12.
Yeah, they're 6 through 12.
I always thought it was just a high school.
Same.
Same week, yeah.
Same. Even before we went there, I still call it Shawnee High School.
Right.
Yeah. I think everybody does, yeah.
Yeah, when I went to Shawnee, it was just a high school. So.
How was your experience there? Was it good?
Well,
it's a beautiful place. My daughters played basketball, and we went there a few times, and the gym is just so historic. I mean, it's so cool.
It's a beautiful school.
Did the gym?
Oh, they did? Did it have air conditioning finally?
They have everything.
Builds character.
Most high school gyms don't have air conditioning. It's the craziest thing ever.
They don't.
Yeah.
No, it's a beautiful school, though.
So if you talk to the admin staff at the school, you go in, and what's your pitch? Like, we would like to partner with you all to help with the kids and their experiences, or do you walk in and are you being tutors to them to help them with their education? So what's it look like?
Yeah, so Elevate is a very relational organization. So everything we do is about relationships. It's not going in like, hey, we want to take over. We actually want to work alongside of you. And so we go in, and I have my little card, but Elevate has 4 main program components. And one of those is the accredited class, where we actually teach an elective class that the students get a grade for. That's probably the hardest pitch.
Is it a specific class at every school that you go to, or is it something whatever they might need help in?
It looks different for each school, each Elevate affiliate. So actually some affiliates actually have where it's called Elevate, but that's a bigger process.
They actually call the class that?
That class is actually called Elevate. Our class could be anything from Freshman Academy, which is kind of that introduction to high school type of
get them used to studying and things like that.
Yeah. I think of when you think of your first year experience class in college.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I taught those classes at a university. And so I feel like it's a lot of that same stuff, teaching them to, communicate, be, not scared to talk to each other, respect.
Yeah. Because so many kids are like this all the time. I mean, they don't even look up and communicate with their peers around them.
A lot of adults do that too.
Oh, yeah. I'm not picking on the kids. You're exactly right.
So some of it's like unlearning. Teaching them to unlearn.
Right.
We're teaching them bad habits. We really are.
We do.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so we tell them about that. And the class is a social-emotional class. And the curriculum, and its curriculum used across all affiliates. And I think the big, if you want to say pitch for that is, and again, I'm going to put my school counseling hat on in some sense, is that I don't care what class you take, whether it's math, science, social studies, if you don't have those basic, habits of being able to study, being able to communicate, being able to do teamwork, to be able to regulate your emotions,
right.
being able to advocate for yourself, be able to have that responsibility that, teacher's not going home with you to make sure you do your homework.
Mm-hmm.
You really can't have success in those classes. And so to me, just learning those basic, what I call transferable skills are necessary for success at school, success in life. Yes. I mean, in the workplace.
It sounds like you're teaching them how to participate in their own education, maybe some similar, or in life, really.
Yeah, I call it adulting 101. I mean, it's adults that don't know the basic 13 character qualities and life skills that we teach from.
Right. Yeah, I don't know what those are.
I have no idea.
There.
No, it is funny, though, because sometimes I meet people and think, how in the world do you get out of bed in the mornings and get your life going? Some people are just like, what? But they didn't learn that. They weren't pushed. Does it take parent buy-in to be able to participate in an Elevate program?
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, the parents, it's kind of like they are kind of like the core key of concerning when it comes to if our organization is going to be successful with their kids. Because, we do parent contact, home visits. So, and we are just like, so very unique about Elevate is that we just don't work with the students inside the school, but we're also outside the school.
In the community?
In the community, and then we're going to connect and collaborate also with like-minded organizations that are in the community, try to work together, and then work with our students, and then also work with their households to see what the needs and the resources is, what's going on within their family, and what that dynamic looks like. And so, because I believe in order for the student to really be changed and transformed, and be a productive and thriving individual within the community, then what's going on in their house is very, very vital.
It starts at home.
Oh, yeah.
It starts at home. So we want to talk with the parents. We want to get engaged with the parents.
Oh, yeah.
We want to see how we can walk beside them and help them with resources that they may need as well, to be able to be a successful parent in what they're doing.
Yeah.
So I think it's very important.
We just come along as an additional support system.
See one of the pamphlets?
Oh, sure, yeah.
And I see people a lot, and it seems like
those qualities that we teach.
Yeah, I was going to say I need to practice on some of those.
I'll give you one too.
But you see so many kids, and then you see their home life, and you're like, no wonder they're struggling in life.
Right.
Because sometimes you have parents that almost act like the kids trying to raise the kids.
Yes.
And I see it quite a bit, so I'm sure you all see that quite a bit as well.
We do, and part of what we teach is that empathy that, I do think some parents are doing the best they can with what they have. And
I agree with that statement.
We can't do anything about what a parent has experienced. But we are there, once we build those relationships with the students first, because really that trust comes from the students. Parents trust their students.
Right.
They're kids. And so, if, they're like, oh, okay, if my kid trusts you, if my kid thinks highly of you, if my kid has this relationship with you, then, let's talk, let's see, and we've had parents that, we struggled, getting that initial, relationship off the ground. But once that, they got in and their student is doing things that they didn't even know their child was capable of.
Yeah, because so many people are capable of just about anything if they're given the correct resources. And you said inner city kids is usually who you all work with. A lot of those kids don't have a lot of opportunity outside their own zip code.
Yes.
Or they see things like in your previous world, they see things and that's all they know. So that's the path they go down.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Are you dealing with kids and a lot of trauma that you're really digging out of and really making a difference? You got a success story is what I'm looking at.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
We definitely see that. And unfortunately, I want to say a lot of it's generational. Like, kids, young people today, they not only have to deal with just being in the school, but they take on a lot of their parents, things that their parents got. The kids love their parents, good, bad, indifference. And if mama's struggling, daddy's struggling, I'm going to take that on. As well, they feel it, they see it, feel it,
and then some of them are trying to take on the burden of actually trying to help the family along the way.
We've helped some of our students get jobs just so they can help mom and daddy take care of the bills. Bring in some food and things like that.
Yeah, we deal with a lot of the FRCs in the schools, and a couple of them, they reach out often that, I got a 13-year-old that's raising their 6-year-old little brother because mom decided to leave and things like that. It's horrible stories that some of these kids deal with and, the trauma that they deal with on a regular basis.
Well, I think this is cool, too. It says year-round programming, not only during the school year, but also on weekends and throughout the summer. So you're not just leaving them hanging when summertime rolls around and they're left, by themselves.
We're here to do life. We're here to do life with students. And, life is like, a roller coaster. It has its ups and downs. It has its moments where, hey, I'm happy to see a student that's walking a little lighter.
Right.
Right. And so, but then the next day they're walking a little heavier. And so that's just the nature of life. And so we're there, I have students they don't call me at 7:30 in the morning. I'm like, girl, why?
On a Saturday.
And,
but you might be the only lifeline for that kid.
Yes.
If you think about it, I know you're joking, but you might be the only lifeline for that child. And it's good that she has that ability to reach out to you.
Yeah. And some, like I said, some it is that you have the other, I don't want to say lifeline, but maybe they're just only place of peace.
No, I think you might be the only lifeline to some people. We've seen a lot of kids that are in horrible traumatic situations, and if they have that one positive influence they can call, it makes a huge difference in their life. It really does. So what's Elevate? How is it staffed? Are y'all all volunteers? Do y'all hire teachers to be in these classrooms? Are they more consultants? Or she's looking at you, so maybe you're the one that's going to answer that.
our staff members.
Two of you is what I'm getting at.
3 now.
Okay, there you go.
3 teacher mentors. Mama let Mr. Thomas, who is one of the founding teacher mentors, along with me. We've been the the trials and tribulations of getting Elevate off the ground together. So I'll let him talk about that.
Yeah, so my title is teacher mentor, and which I'm in the classroom on a continuous basis, ongoing basis, Monday through Friday. So now we actually have 2 other teacher mentors now has joined me. So it's 3 of us in the classroom. And so teaching character qualities and life skills, of course. And so we are staffed. And
I didn't know if you had to be a teacher or like a counselor or something like that.
So no, you don't have to be you don't have to be certified. And so, but we have a teacher of record who is certified.
Right.
And so that's how we're able to make the class actually count for graduation, because we don't want, I think we're pretty awesome, but we don't want kids doing stuff that doesn't count for anything.
Mm-hmm.
So they're learning these awesome qualities and things, but it counts towards their graduation. It's an elective class.
Right.
Yeah, I've graduated 100 years ago, but and there's always classes you think, why am I wasting my time in this class when I could be doing something like you all, learning true life skills of what kids can actually. I was joking with my son the other day. I haven't used algebra since 1988, and I'm not saying it's not a good class, but maybe we should teach them some life skills like you are trying to work on. Or maybe we're going this Thursday to it's a peace educational dinner gala. I don't know if you're familiar with those folks or not, but they teach kids how to handle anger and grief.
Yeah,
it's pretty awesome.
He was also working in the school district, because I think you all are like the 3rd group we've talked to that had teachers or counselor. You did something previously in the classroom or in the district, and now you've branched off to do this.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's pretty interesting.
Yeah. What I did when I was working in the school district is it almost was like an Elevate type of program, except we didn't go outside the school. So we did, and we focused a lot on leadership and service. But again, we didn't do anything outside the school. Everything was pretty much, college career readiness, which we do. And that's another program component. But then the mentoring, even though we did have mentoring, it wasn't as involved as the mentoring that Elevate brings.
Because you only have so much time.
Yeah.
Right.
You all operate under a different program. I guess you can kind of cater it. Do you have to have what you do blessed by JCPS, or do you?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so they're okay with what you do, obviously.
Yeah, so we actually have a memorandum of understanding. We actually have a contract with them.
Okay.
And so that allows us to, one, be in the school, have the classroom, have the accredited class, which is what I think makes Elevate so unique, is that we're in the school. Like,
Yes.
We're not talking to a group of folks and students and then leaving. No, we have a classroom. We have closets with supplies,
Wow.
snacks. We have smart boards. We have, decorated.
Yeah.
Well, we are in there. We're in the lunchroom, cafeteria. Sometimes we're doing bus duty.
Didn't we do some food with you all at one time? I'm trying to think of
done
what
a lot
it
of
was.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, because you mentioned snacks and food for the kids, so I guess that's where that falls in.
Yeah. So we have a partnership with collaborative relationship or partnership with Best Buy Geek Squad.
Okay.
And so we actually going on our 2nd year we did this year. And so they do a 2-day intensive technology camp from 9 to 3. And so they only have so many community partners in Louisville, which I was surprised that we're only 1 of 3.
Yeah.
Right.
And so they do robotics, digital music, just all the stuff kids like to do, but it's taken it to another level of they're designing games. They're getting to connect to this huge organization that could eventually be a future employer.
Yeah.
Right.
And so we tend to open that up to all students in some sense, even though, it's Elevate exists not just for our Elevate students, but we also have what we call other students served.
Right.
And so a program like the Best Buy Geek Squad, we do open that up to serve as many students as possible, but we try to keep it within the Shawnee neighborhood.
Right.
Or wherever our school
I don't even know where a Best Buy is right now. I haven't seen that name in forever.
Yeah, the Best Buy, I think the corporate is actually in Brooks, Kentucky or something
But
like
is there
that.
still one in Louisville somewhere, an actual physical store?
Is there? There's one in Indiana.
Did the one on Outer Loop close?
I don't know. It may. I'm not sure. I don't get out much.
Oh my gosh, me either.
You're working me too hard.
Oh,
Every time I
whatever,
turn around,
man.
you're giving me something.
Yeah, they bring 30 of their staff, and so the only thing we have to do really is provide the food and, like I said, and snacks, and they're there from 9 to 3, so we have to have breakfast, and that's where I think I need some muffins.
Yeah.
And then as crazy as it is, food is like a huge expense for us.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's more, as kids. It's that
we offer
buy-in.
snacks actually in the classroom every day.
If we are doing something with our students, there is food involved.
Mm-hmm.
You got to taunt them somehow to get them in there.
Yeah.
When I was in the corporate world, if they wanted you to show up at a meeting, they'd book a lunch meeting. Then they got into you got to bring your own brown bag lunch, and everybody stopped showing up. But if you want to get people to show up, if you want people to show up, order pizza or something like that.
We have good food too.
Food is always a good thing.
Yeah.
Like our Elevate kids eat like my kids at home. We have good food.
So obviously this is very expensive to put on. Do you get any money at all from the National Elevate organization? Or do you have to raise it all here locally?
So we are a self-funded nonprofit. So
do you write the check for them every year, or do you have to go out and raise that money?
We have to go out.
So you're not a multimillionaire. You just throw.
Not yet. We don't. We claiming it so that
raising money is one of the hardest things I've ever had to do.
It is so hard.
What's your trick? How are you funding this?
One, I'm very passionate about what I do.
Hopefully I can tell. It's evident. It for sure.
So I am a person who has always struggled selling, which is why I probably never did any type of what are those where you had to.
Multi-level marketing thing.
Yeah, those type. I'd be a horrible car salesman because I don't care as long as you get from point A to point B. I don't care what
Yeah.
But when it comes to young people, I've been doing it since I was a young person, since I was 16, and it was just something that almost fell into my lap in some sense. And
I can tell your passion for it. So you got passion for that, but passion raising money is so hard.
Yeah, but if you have the passion, it almost raises itself.
Yeah,
and we have an amazing program. We have an amazing staff. Being connected to the national office, an affiliate, that's been around since 1982. So there's evidence and data that the program works.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just another piece to a larger puzzle that's been doing, the doggone thing for years.
Yeah.
And so really we have the data. We're just now really getting into our data, still been a newer affiliate. We're on year 3, but Elevate has years of impact, showing the impact. And I think we just, if you're a person that's passionate about young people, you're passionate about education, you're passionate about making a difference, and then you talk to Mr. Thomas, you talk to, our other teacher mentors, you come up to school, you see the students, you hear from the students, you hear from me. If those are your passions, I don't think writing a check will be very difficult for you.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're passionate about dogs and animals, you can hear me talk all day. It's just not going to.
You said you're not sales, but you could sell this. I can tell.
I can sell. I'm passionate. It's what I live, eat, breathe. It's what wakes me up in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
It's what gives me headaches. It's what's causing all my back pain.
Stress will cause all kinds of pains for sure.
It's a blessing and a burden in some sense, because sometimes you feel like you're never doing enough, and that's why we look for sponsors and donors and.
Yeah, Ryan's got your website up there. He can pull it up here in a minute. Do you have anything coming up like galas or events that people need to know about?
Well, I
love that. No one gets there alone.
Yeah, that's why Elevate shows up. Yeah, and so we actually just had our inaugural vision breakfast on September 22nd. So thank you again for being one of our sponsors.
Absolutely.
And so
Absolutely.
we were excited about that. That's our first. I think it was like one of our first grants. The kids were so excited they saw this big old check.
They love the big check. We used to do that a lot.
To jump in that picture, but yeah. So if you go to the we have we just had Give for Good. So each year we participate in the Give for Good and Kentucky Gives Day and things like that. But we do have on December 2nd. We actually, let me pull it up. We are going to do at
the Muhammad Ali Center, and actually Muhammad Ali's brother.
Who just
I took a picture with him.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I knew he had a brother.
Yes.
All you hear is about him or his daughter.
Yeah. Right.
That's all. That's interesting. Huh.
But on Tuesday, December 2nd, which is Giving Tuesday, we are going to have dinner, like a event at Les Moux. So basically, I'm just going to read, what they put together for me. Enjoy dinner at Les Moux, which if you haven't been to Les Moux,
delicious.
Shrimp and grits are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
To support Elevate Louisville. And so Les Moux will donate up to 10% of the evening's revenue directly to Elevate Louisville. And that'll be from 5 to 9. So that is going to be on December 2nd. You don't have to eat in. You can get it to go. Hey, I have little ones. We'll probably get it to go. We'll probably eat in though, because I'm going to be there.
Isn't it the place that has the drag show stuff?
It
Drag
is.
show brunch.
Brunch,
I've
yeah.
always wanted to go to that. Have
It's a
you
good
been?
time. Yes, several
Yeah.
times. It's fun.
I don't know if there'll be one during this time.
Probably
but
not.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely, I'm hoping that it'll be packed out,
Yeah.
Make your reservations. I guess you can make them just soon in advance. It's around the corner, I guess. But yeah, so we do have that coming up on December 2nd. And then we're all our donation link is always live. I mean, we operate full, year round. And so
Is that elevatelouisville.org? I can't see the site.
Yeah, elevatelouisville.org. And so when you go to the donate button, it's actually going to take you to our Mighty Cause link. And so
there you go.
They'll give you some more information. If you go down and actually hit the donate button, I know it's like...
Get your credit card out, Ryan. Hit that donate button.
Yeah. And so, so you can, if you want to fundraise for us too, we'll take that. But if you hit donate, it's very different options that you can donate using PayPal, your credit card, and I guess probably bank. And, like all other, we have Cash App and Venmo. I mean,
well, I just, if hats off to what y'all are doing, because if we don't get our youth on the straight, narrow path here soon, this country's really screwed. We've got to all learn to get along, but it starts with the kids. Some of these kids are in such desperate situations, and for what you all are doing for them is pretty amazing.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well,
we like to have fun too. So
we need to get y'all some more food. Our rep has switched out from Laura to Savannah, so maybe we can get y'all some more food delivered. And I think we should make a donation today.
Sure, I love giving money away.
Oh, we appreciate it. Thank you.
I just want to say as well, Shirley's Way is just doing awesome work.
Yeah, they are.
We're just so grateful for you all, and just to be able to just connect with you all, just what y'all doing in the community, not just for our organization, but just the city as a whole. And I just want to give y'all flowers right now.
Thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
For all what y'all are doing.
This all started as a promise to my mom 12 years ago. To help people who are sick with cancer, and the long-term goal is doing something for kids. Because I just really, if we don't give kids an outlet, if they're interested in music but have no ability to get a drums or a guitar or a piano or if they're interested in sports but can't afford a glove or a helmet, then they're never going to realize that there's other things out there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So anyway, I didn't pay you for that, but we were only going to do 5. But since you gave a great thing, we'll give y'all $10,000 a day. Thanks for the commercial, of course. Yeah.
No,
but it's amazing what y'all do. I'm just really, we got to do something with our youth.
Oh, yeah.
You've got to keep them engaged and realize that there's stuff. I always say, a lot of kids never get out of their own zip code. They've never been to a movie. They've never been to a play. They may have never been to a sporting event except for one in the park when they're playing with their friends versus, dealing with the drug dealers or everything else that's floating around out there these days.
Right.
So we definitely try to provide the exposure through our adventure-based learning. Sometimes they're like, I know we took them to Huber's Farm on probably a very hot day. They like, who decided?
Get us out of here.
Who picked this outing? I said, Miss Williams did. I have a garden. I like to garden. Now I get to garden with.
Well, I think it's interesting too that you do elementary all the way through high school.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't targeted just at your, 16, 17, 18-year-olds, that you're getting the kids when they're young too.
And actually, it's our high school students that are going to mentor the elementary students. So ultimately, they could be mentoring their brothers and sisters, and their neighbors. And so we're teaching them, again, to give back. And that's kind of the
full
cycle
circle.
that we try to create.
That's amazing.
So where's the growth? Last time we talked, you were looking at another high school. Has that ever panned out? Are you working on another one?
Mm-hmm.
Will the schools allow it? You just have to find the staffing for it? Or is it, do you have the staffing? You just got to find the school?
Both and. So first we just want to finish out the pipeline here. So we don't want to grow too fast because we want to make sure we have the quality relationships and things. And so we would need a totally new set of staff, totally new set of donors, because it takes quite a bit of money to, staff the schools. Because you want to have 3 teacher mentors.
Yeah.
In each one that allows for that co-teaching and mentoring to all happen at the same time. So, so we have another school that we have in mind when we get there. So we probably, maybe another year or 2, I think we'll be, because since we're just starting with the elementary this year, we're going to be adding on middle school in the spring. And I do have my eyes on another school.
I'm excited to find out.
You know, there's so much money in this world. Money should never be an object. You know, it's just there's people in Louisville that could write a check that lets you be in every school in this district. It's just a matter how do you get to them and how do you convince them that it's such an investment in the kids.
Well, as one of our, folks said, it's easier to raise strong children than to repair broken men.
Oh,
yeah.
Adults, adults. So to me,
so you got to catch them early.
Yeah, the investment is really, if you think about it, I mean, the money that we spend on, jails and everything else. I mean, if you just invest that time and that money doing the work and doing that stuff now, you would actually probably come out cheaper.
Yeah,
I guarantee it.
Honestly, and you got better quality people out there. Right? That's not out there causing trouble. They got to be active in an early age, or they're going to find other things for their time.
Right.
Yeah.
So, anyway, pretty amazing. Thanks for stopping in today. If anybody would like to help that's listening, ElevateLouisville.org, an amazing organization that's in couple schools now, would like to be in a few more. So if you'd like to donate some dollars to help the youth, I think this is a great place to go.
Thank you.
Thank y'all so much for coming in today.
Thank you all so much for having us.
Yep. See ya. Bye-bye.
Thank you.